So I am currently running Persona 3 Reload on the Nintendo Switch 2 and the MSI Claw 8 AI Plus. Now these are both 8-inch devices. Well, the Nintendo Switch 2 is a 7.9-inch LCD and the MSI Claw 8 is an 8-inch LCD. Now the Nintendo Switch 2 is running at 120 Hz, so basically the same as the Claw 8. They're both running the game at 120 Hz. Well, I mean the screen on both of these handhelds is 120 Hz. They're both 1080p. Well, the Claw 8 is 1200p, 1920 by 1200, and the Switch 2 is 1920 by 1080p, but there isn't that much of a difference. I mean, you can just say 1080p for both. Also, the Claw 8 has VRR, same as the Switch 2, and they're both LCD, so not OLED. And yeah, running the same game, let's see how it performs. So first of all, I'm gonna try the game on the Nintendo Switch 2. Now I have turned on the brightness at maximum, so we can see how bright they both get, and also the brightness is at maximum on the Claw 8, so maximum brightness. And let's see how it plays on the Switch 2. The volume is about a quarter of the way, so I'm just going to load up a game. Now the image quality is not so bad. I can see that the resolution is quite good. It does look quite nice actually. The colors look okay. I'm pretty sure it's running at 1080p. I'm not sure if they're using any type of upscaling. I think it might be like a native 1080p. So resolution is quite nice. Colors are looking good. In terms of sharpness, it's okay, but one thing I can tell you is it looks really choppy. I mean, it's a stable 30 FPS from what I know, but because I'm used to playing the 60 FPS and even going up to like 90 FPS on the Steam Deck, I'm used to like a very smooth gameplay of this game. So playing this game on the Switch 2 just feels really choppy. Now when I say choppy, I don't mean unstable. It is seems to be like a locked 30 FPS, so don't get me wrong, but to me, you know, in 2025, especially a game like this that is not so demanding, to have it play at 30 FPS, it just seems like a lazy port, you know. Just seems like a really lazy port from the developers. So let's just hope they patch this game up, because there is no Switch 1 version, so it's not like they're running a Switch 1 version of the game on the Switch 2. This is basically, from what I know, unless I'm not mistaken, this is a Switch 2 game made for the Switch 2. So I think with the patch they can easily, you know, make it 60 FPS, which is going to be so much better, because it's in 2025. Come on, man. This is not the Nintendo Switch era, this is the Nintendo Switch 2, this is the next generation. You know, bare minimum 60 FPS, especially with a game like this that's not so optimized. So yeah, very disappointed with the FPS. But yeah, this is what you get with the Nintendo Switch 2. Now, in terms of the settings, I'm not sure if there are any settings. Oh yeah, so if you go to System and Config, you don't get any graphic settings to change. I mean, I hope they could just give us like a 60 FPS option with maybe, you know, slightly lower upscale resolution, but yeah, no, you know, like expected, no graphic or video settings on the Nintendo Switch 2. And you get 30 FPS choppy frame rates. So Now let's run the game on the Claw 8. So let's load up the game. Now the volume is also about a quarter of the way, so same as the Switch 2. And I can already hear the sound. The sound is so much better on the MSI Claw 8. And also, wow, it looks buttery smooth on the Claw 8. So much smoother. Oh my days, it's like this game is playing on the next generation, you know, it's like a next generation game now. Yeah, buttery smooth on the Claw 8. The resolution, I think it's also at 1080p, let me double check. Just to make sure we are having a fair comparison. So you get much more options on the Claw 8 obviously. It's actually running at 1200p. So slightly higher resolution than 1080p, but it's almost the same. In terms of graphics, everything's at high, rendering scale 100%. I'm not sure if Switch 2 is 100%, but Claw 8 is running at 100% resolution scale of 1200p. Frame rate limit, I will up this to 120. Reflections are on, so everything is at the highest. And you can't go higher than high on shadow quality, so this is basically the highest quality you can get. Let me double check if it's applied. Oh no, let me just make sure. Yep, no. It's 120 FPS, let's see what we get. So it looks like we are going into the 70s and the 80s. I mean, that's just crazy. It's embarrassing for the Switch 2 at this point. I know the Switch 2 is like half the price of this device, but this game can run at around 80 to 90 FPS on a Steam Deck LCD, which is like half the price of the Switch 2. So if you're a Nintendo fanboy and you have a Nintendo Switch 2, there's no need to defend it. I mean, come on, a Steam Deck LCD, half the price of the Switch 2, can run this game, you know, with probably an even better LCD screen, so it's gonna look better and smoother. Half the price, and also the game will be half the price on Steam Store. Well, a lot less than the Switch 2. So half the price for the console, maybe half the price for the game, with double or triple the FPS. I mean, come on, there's no need to defend Switch 2. We need to call them out to make sure they stop porting, you know, such lazy games. I mean, they need to like step up their game and make, you know, much better ports. Because the Switch 2 is the latest handheld right now, you know, made by Nintendo. It's been in development for God knows how many years, maybe like 7-8 years in development, so very lazy port. I mean, I'm not blaming Nintendo, don't get me wrong. Nintendo, you know, is one of the best companies when it comes to handhelds. I mean, they started the handheld scene with the Switch 1, so I really respect them for that. But developers like for this game, they're just making these lazy ports just to make money, you know, and they're charging you so much for something that should run at least 60 FPS. So yeah, the win definitely goes to the MSI Claw 8, but of course this is personal preference. You might be happy with the 30 FPS, that's totally fine. But yeah guys, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.